Rajeshri Venkatramanan. I'm reading 80 words English shorthand dictation. I think you all follow my dictation. Okay, please press like, share, and subscribe. Okay, we can start. Our vision has found increasing acceptance. The search of six nations for peace and for nuclear disarmament is a powerful expression of the deep urges of the entire people of the world for a new human order. The non aligned movement in striving in the same direction to help mankind, men and women of knowledge have come to forward to revolutionize our consciousness. Today, though processes are being controlled and distorted, people are told that nuclear weapons are necessary for their security and freedom. If they do not have nuclear weapons, they would be enslaved and would lose their liberties. A powerful mythology has been built up to ensure that people understand reality not by looking at facts but by imbibing irrational dogma. It is as if we were back in the Middle Ages. The powerful hold of the theology of the arms race has to be broken. We can see the stirrings of a new enlightenment. Millions of people are participating in peace movements. They are proclaiming that they want this earth, this life. They are pointing out that more bombs do not mean more security. This process has to be helped by the men and women of science who must ceaselessly educate the people all over the world that what is said in defense of the nuclear weapons is untenable. It is unacceptable to reason. It is against the dictates of morality. I am aware of the difficulties inherent in this enterprise. The structures of power do not respond easily to the promptings of reason and good sense. These structures have created a world of arcane logic which is impervious to the demands of survival of the human race. But the modern age is characterized above all by the vast expansion of human consciousness. It is further characterized by the capacity for decisive action on the part of the millions who were formerly objects of history but are now its makers. These two revolutionary trends give us confidence that we can change the course of history. It has been done before, it can be done now. We have the experience of our own freedom struggle where we challenged the mightiest empire on earth. It is this faith in the power of non-violence that has sustained us in India in working for peace, disarmament, and development. I applaud the efforts of the World Federation of Scientific Workers has made to oppose the misuse of science and technology and to bring together scientific workers from all countries to work for a new and better world. I recall the words of a famous French physicist who said, if I stop my scientific research, it will sooner or later be taken up by others. However, if I refuse to fight fascism, there may be no science left. The situation today is poignantly similar. Scientists have to fight against the menace of nuclear war because if they do not, it will be the end of science. The priesthood of mass destruction will take over. Thank you very much for asking me to be with you this evening. I am in sympathy with the draft resolutions and the declarations that you have adopted. Your deliberations here will help the cause of peace. They will also help the developing science societies to better understand the role of science and technology in promoting development and human welfare.